Week 18, day 4. I talked a little the other day about the principal in that Georgia school. The principal in that Georgia school also did this. The faculty lounge, which sometimes is a complaint department, and what she did was, in order to go into the faculty lounge in your off period, or to go into the workroom, you had to take a Post-it note, which was sitting at the door, and write something you were grateful for. Well, what happens? All of a sudden, you're grateful for something, and you're happier, and you're healthier, and you go into that teacher's lounge, not to complain about Billy you had last period, it's a pain in the rear, but you're grateful for the other 19 that you had that are not thorns. They're the good soil. And you don't always focus on the thorns. You know, one thing that I've heard ever since I've been teaching and coaching, I can't wait to get out of this town. Hey, that town's got nothing to do with your success or your happiness. Your happiness is more dependent upon gratitude than it is location. Just a quick story. In Africa, a man wanted to go search for diamonds. They had just discovered the diamond mines in South Africa. And so he had this ranch, and he sold his ranch for almost nothing and went to South Africa to mine for diamonds. He wasn't grateful for what he had. The man bought the ranch, and on it he found the largest diamond that's ever been found. The biggest diamond mine in Africa was on the land that the man sold to go look for diamonds. He wasn't grateful for what he had. See, if you think that you're going to change because you're leaving Idabel, or you're leaving Oklahoma, or you're leaving Texas, or you're leaving Minnesota, geography doesn't make you successful. You're going to make yourself successful. Gratitude. When Zig Ziglar used to go and speak at all these places, and oftentimes I would go with him. And I didn't do anything. I was the guy up in front selling tapes, so I don't want you to get to thinking that I was in line with Zig Ziglar. But in Atlanta, this lady comes up, and she's ready to quit. She's ready to commit suicide. She's having the worst life she's ever had, and she just needs to talk to Zig Ziglar. And Zig's fixing to speak to a huge crowd. And so tell Zig, there's a lady here that just feels like she has to see you. Okay. She comes in, he said, now ma'am, I've only got about 5 minutes, and then I've got to be out in front of those people, and I don't want to be late. She said, I am miserable. I have the worst job in America. I hate everybody at work. Everybody at work hates me. She was the most ungrateful person you've ever seen. And Zig said, okay, I tell you what, let's do. Let's sit down here and write down 10 things that you're grateful for about your life. Oh, that's easy. There ain't a one. Really? Do they pay you at your job? Oh, yeah. I get a good salary. Write that down. You have health benefits? Oh, we've got the best health plan in Georgia. Write that down. Well, it didn't take 5 minutes for her to write down 10 things that she was grateful for. Zig told her, said, all right, now, take that list, put it on your mirror, and every morning before you go to work, read those 10 things out loud. Look in the mirror and read those 10 things. Well, I think it was 2 or 3 months later, Zig was showing this letter that he got from this lady in Atlanta, Georgia. And essentially, paraphrasing what the letter said, is you are not going to believe how much these people at my work have changed since I talked to you. It's almost like they've gone through a metamorphosis. They have completely changed. They're friendly. They like me. I like them. I am so happy. It's unbelievable. You think those people changed? No. You see, grateful people are happy people. If you come to school or you go to work or you go to church or you come home and you're grateful for what you have, you're a happy person. How much better liked are you? I took that, the legend has it story, the day the sun did not come up, and I sent that to every person in my life who had really made a huge difference. The Coach Renaults, the Ernest Marshalls, the Pat Smiths, the people in my life that had made a huge difference. And at the bottom I wrote, I don't think I'm going to die, and I'm not writing this that I'm going to. But in case I do, I want you to know that I appreciate everything you did for me. And when I made that decision to write that note and use that legend has it so forth, I thought, I'll have 2 or 3 people. I don't remember exactly, but I think I had 27 people I sent that to. Because once you start thinking about who do you have in your life that you're grateful for, it's truly amazing. Every year, and I've told you this before, every semester, I had our football players write a note of gratitude to a teacher. What do you think the first response, every time I told the players that? Well, I don't have any teacher I'm grateful for. None. You've been in school for 10 years and you don't have a single teacher? Well, yeah, in 8th grade, I had Miss Smith, and she was awesome. Okay, write her a note. I didn't care which school they were at. Write them a note. And I always read them because I was always scared of what they might say. And then I took them down and put them in the teacher's boxes in the teacher's lounge or workroom, whichever one it was located in. And then that day, I tried to spend as much time as I could down there when they were picking up their mail. And you know what was amazing? Those teachers would just cry. I mean, just break down and cry. Think they were grateful? Well, let me ask you something. You think they went back and did a better job of teaching? You need to write a note to somebody that you're grateful for. And you can use that legend has it story in the beginning that we used. It doesn't matter if you use it or if you just write and tell them why you're grateful that they're in your life. How about if you did that to your mom? Do you think your mom might keep that letter for the rest of her life? I don't care where you're at. I don't care if you're 48 years old. What if you wrote that letter to your wife or your husband? Tell them how grateful you are. It's amazing what it will do. Write the note. See you tomorrow.